Previously on Geek Brief.
I'm so excited that you're using Twitter in that effective manner, so that's a great thing.
You know what's weird though is that you can't spam on Twitter. And
No.
you know what's weird though is that you can't spam on Twitter. And
No.
when I say go to talkaboutit.org or go to the Epilepsy Found, I feel like I'm spamming. I'm not.
Well, you just kind of have to. There's a fine line, I think, that people feel that's spam, and so if you do it too much, then yeah, they're going to kind of get annoyed by it,
Right.
even though it's a good cause. But there's that fine line.
I get it. I mean, people try and get me to retweet because they
Yeah.
know that I've got 35,000 people, whatever, following me. So I get it. But at the same time, when someone asks me a question about epilepsy, I jump on it. I'm like, go to talkaboutit.org.
So you probably use Twitter search
Yes.
to follow epilepsy questions and talk.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. And also for Heroes and
Yeah.
Yowza and all the things that I'm doing, the band. All these things I try and use Twitter, not abuse Twitter, but I try and use Twitter in a cool way.
And so the other thing that you're doing, you kind of connected with a couple of people you had an idea for an iPhone app, and you used Twitter to connect with people to make it happen. And we're going to talk a little bit more about it in a future episode, so you guys have to stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
We're not going to give it all away here.
Exactly.
But you use that in a very effective manner just to kind of connect with other people.
Yeah, we started getyowza.com. It's an iPhone application that's about to launch, but we can't talk about it right now. We're not going to talk about it.
We're being very secretive here.
Exactly. But yeah, it's very cool. I mean, the idea that you can actually meet people through something like Twitter or the internet in a way that you would have to have bumped into them. My father, we've come a long way. This is a business, a big business. It's about to launch.
Yeah.
And it started on Twitter. And my father, who's from another generation, he was in the clothing business. He doesn't understand this. Like I tell him, when he got his computer, he's like, how does this work? He starts to pick it up. How does the inner workings? I'm like, Dad, just press the key.
Press any key.
Exactly. Don't worry about it. The fine people at Apple have created an amazing computer for you. So, but it's that type of thing where he said, and it's really true, you would have had to have been in a hotel lobby somewhere in the middle of America because you're a salesman and someone else is a salesman and you're sitting there talking and you finally break the ice and you say, so what do you do? And maybe you're going to make some sort of connection and you can benefit each other and help each other. That's what the internet has made the world into one small airport bar. It's incredible.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
We're going long here, but real quick, we've got to touch on Heroes.
Heroes.
Tell me a little bit about your character for those two people who don't know what it is.
Thank you. Yeah, Heroes we're wrapping up our third season. We just wrapped, but we have another 6 episodes to air.
Okay.
The show has really come back around to more of kind of an ordinary people with extraordinary abilities and trying to deal with a normal life. At least my character for sure has. He just wants to have a family, and he gets that at the end of season 3. There's a little bit of a spoiler. We've hinted at it, but it's pretty great. And now Matt Parkman will do anything, and I mean anything, to keep his family safe. So it's pretty great. I mean, the end of season 3 is phenomenal. We've got Brian Fuller back, and we just have an incredible team of people putting the show together, and people are watching it all over the world.
I have to say, it's been a little dark for me, for my tastes.
Yeah.
Does it feel like it's getting darker and darker? Or, that's the way I feel when I keep going back to it.
Yeah. I think we've lost some people over the course of like the second season. Yeah, because they let all these villains out, and it was just everybody had their chest puffed out. You know what I mean? It's like everybody was a hero, or somebody with abilities, and now we're really getting back to. We're showing what the last generation had to go through.
Okay.
Because they rounded all those people up, our parents, and they basically put them in like a concentration camp. So that's what we get to, is to see that in flashback, and we're preventing that. We're not going to let it happen, and we want to get back to our normal lives, which of course it won't happen exactly like that, but I think it's going to answer. Yeah, I think it gets lighter without losing the action that the people love in the show. Yeah.
The websites people can get you on.
GregGrunberg.com. Everything that you need to know about me.
Kind of a web right there, right?
Yeah, that's got everything. I've got a half-hour chat through humanity.com that I'm going to be auctioning off for charity.
Awesome.
And also bannedfromtv.org, getyowza.com, and what else?
The charity.
And the charity, which would be walkforepilepsy.org.
Thank you much, Greg.
You're kidding. Thank you. I mean, thank you. This is to have this exposure, and please Twitter me and ask any question you want.
Twitter.com/Greg Grunberg.
Yeah, at Greg Grunberg. At Greg Grunberg. That's me. Thank you.
Thanks.